list goes on and on, because I'm not bored with all that. Anyway, speaking in public, how many people have given a presentation in front of a class before? It's like almost everybody, right?
It's not Red's fault. Whatever. It's your fault. It is.
Good, excellent, very good. You know what, I want to do something, before I get started, I want to do something kind of unorthodox. Can I get a volunteer to help me out? And can I get a brave soul? That my man with a Bill sweatshirt. What's your name? What's your name? Hubert. All right. What I want you to do, Hubert, is stand. I'm going to have you stand right here. Okay? Face the audience. Okay? All right. Good. Good job. Let's give him a hand for that. That was weird and awkward, right? How did you feel?
I felt lost.
Lost. Okay. What else?
I didn't know what to do because you just told me to stand up here.
Right, right. Lost. Didn't know what to do. What about any physiological things going on with you? Any physical things?
My hands got sweaty.
Right. And you were fidgeting a little bit, looking around, right? Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Hubert. You can have a seat. I appreciate it. Good job. Let's give him a hand again.
Thank you.
That is tough to do, and I appreciate it. Let's give him a consolation prize. How about that? Good job. So this is not easy, right? This is not easy. Speaking in front of people, is even people that you know, right? You all know each other, right? Yeah. Sometimes, especially people you know, it's harder, right? So that's one of the first things that we need to recognize before we get up and speak in front of people, right? The first thing that we feel is, oh shit. I mean, can I curse in here? I'm sorry.
Not really.
I'm so
it's done.
I'm so sorry.
That's what
Oh
you
shoot.
do when you speak publicly.
I'm used to talking to my college students, so you know, we kind of do that. But your first reaction, right, is oh man, oh god, I gotta do this, really? Isn't it? Yeah, some heads nodding. Yeah, right. It's really tough to get up here, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Take this with you. If you remember one thing today, remember this. That'll never go away. That'll never go away. Okay? But it's okay, as long as you realize that that's going to happen to you, and that you're going to get a little nervous before you get up in front of people. You're good. Okay? As long as you realize that that's going to happen, it's never going to go away. Okay? And if it does, I don't know, there might be something wrong with you, because all of us have that feeling, right? Even if on the outside we are confident, and we are, look at me right now. I seem confident, right? Do I? Except for that, right? I mean, even before I got up here, and right now, I'm still feeling the nerves and stuff like that, right? It's natural. It's natural. As long as you realize that that's okay, and that that's going to happen, I mean, that's your first stumbling block, that realization, okay? So let's look at this boring slideshow that I put together. We'll talk like this, reading their slides, right? Facing. See your total. You just got the back of them, right? Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Well, maybe. Depends on the person up there, right? Okay? You have to have good posture, and what I like to call standing with confidence, okay? Or standing in your truth, all right? If you're confident about what you're doing, and you're truthful about what you're saying, people are going to listen, okay? Eye contact. Now that's an obvious one, right? Did you notice that I didn't just stare at one person the entire time while I'm up here? Because that would be freaky. awkward and creepy, right? Yeah, okay. 9 times out of 10, though, it happens where, in my classes at least, my students get up here and they'll talk directly to me. Like nobody else is there. They're talking to me. Yes, Professor Spitale, this is me giving my presentation to you, and I'm just like looking around like, and it makes me feel weird too, right? Like it's not a private conversation between 2 people, right? You're talking to everybody. You want everybody to feel like they're part of what you're saying, what you're doing, right? Okay. So if you're gonna share a personal story with your audience like I did, make it a true story, okay? Be authentic, be real with people, because you can tell in 3 seconds if I'm up here BSing you, right? I didn't curse that time. I just alluded to the curse word, right? And that relates to having integrity, right? Having integrity, being truthful, being honest, and sharing your honesty with your audience. Because if you do that, if you share honesty with your audience, honesty begets honesty. Integrity begets integrity. If you model integrity, right, it's going to make people think like, hey, you know, he was pretty truthful, pretty honest, integrity. You know, it's a good thing. You know, I'm gonna try that. If your audience hasn't already, right? This is a tough one. Improvise. What does it mean to improvise or improvisation? Does anyone know? Go ahead. Do something on the spot, right? Is that what you were going to say? Yeah. Do something on the spot, because if all of a sudden the computer crashes, what am I going to do? Oh, crap. Well, I'm prepared for that, right? Because I know this presentation forwards and backwards. So I'm prepared to improvise and do it off the top of my head, right? If I'm using something and all of a sudden hey, you know, I'm so clumsy, you make it part of what you're doing, right? Address it. Like if you are writing and using something and then you pick it up and then you do something like, and don't address it and keep going. What are people going to be thinking or talking about? Your idiot move that you just did, right? But if you address it, you know, you have to improvise. If you address it, you're good, right? And that ties into being real and truthful and authentic with your audience, right? Exactly.